Hello and welcome to my new and first podcast YouTube channel called MOOR CHAT. My name is Sarka Jo and I have lived in Garrigill since 2019. I have various strings to my bow and fingers in pies, including an Airbnb and walking and swimming business, amongst other bits and bobs. One thing I am not is internet or tech savvy, but what I do have is an ability to chat shit. Which brings me to mention this podcast may have swearing, so if you're not a fan, move on or ignore it. Thanks to him indoors, Andy/Mars, for the music and the editing. There'll be no intentional controversy, but if you do take offence, again, you're welcome to move on. The aim of the pod is to meet a different character, person or group of people who live or do business on Alston Moor. Every couple of months I'll change the theme of the pod, and those themes will include music, community, heritage, environment, health and fitness and food, amongst others. So if you're keen to take part and potentially make a tit of yourself, get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. But the first theme is women in business. Again, I make no apologies for the content. The idea is my own, and myself and a whole load of business savvy women are about to take up some space in your eardrums. So grab a cuppa and I'll introduce today's guest, Janice McCarry. So I'm introducing you as Janice McCarry. But I also know you as Janice Palmer. So who should we Google?
Janice Palmer, because there won't be much on Janice McCarry. There'll be more on Janice Palmer, I'm sure.
So as with the other guest, did you say Janice Palmer? You do think there'll be more Janice Palmer? Yeah. Obviously it's going to be quite a common name, so I'm going to put Janice Palmer Alston. So it'll be like Alston relevant things. Won't necessarily be your past.
All right. Oh, okay.
Because if I put Janice Palmer in here, it could come up, but we could be here forever. Janice Palmer is a prominent figure in Alston, Cumbria, primarily known for her ownership and management of Lowbyer Manor Country House. Janice has extensive experience managing this large holiday property located on Hexham Road in Alston. The manor is a popular destination for group accommodation in the North Pennines. This is interesting, it's a bit outdated. She's also listed as a person with significant control. I'll just leave it there.
Of what?
for the Station Cafe, Alston,
right.
Which is tied to her address at Lowbyer. So that's obviously updated. That's from LinkedIn. So you need to update your LinkedIn.
I haven't done that for years. I don't think I added the Station Cafe to. Well, I must have, but it did feature in the press. So whether
that will have been why it's come up. She's active within the Alston community with roles and mentions including Alston Moor Federation, involved with the Federation. That will have been about gyms.
Oh, I did do a Let's Cook. I did do something. Yes, I did an activity. I wanted to link it to the food bank to get people on the moor to cook together, basically.
Yeah.
In the school, and maybe that was.
Oh well, that would be why then.
Yeah.
That'd be why you've come up with the involvement in with Samuel King's school.
Yeah.
And any involvement with the Alston Moor and Eden Dance School?
No.
I didn't manage to get that in last week's with Amanda Kidd. That would have been more relevant for Amanda Kidd. But so basically, your involvement with Alston in the main is Lowbyer Country House Hotel.
Lowbyer Manor Country House.
Lowbyer Manor Country House Hotel. And recently you've also added Lowbyer Inn.
Yes.
And
the Coach House.
So tell us a little bit about what you offer in terms of those then, and then we'll go into those.
Yeah, well, we bought Lowbyer Manor Country House 10 years ago, and it was run as a B&B. It wasn't open to non-residents. And we felt when you move to a new place and you want to be part of the community, you must invite the community. So the first thing we did, we had a big party to introduce us and find out a little bit more. And the stories people told about Lowbyer, I used to work here 20 years ago. Oh, I used to do pot washing when I was 13. Oh, the ghosts of Lowbyer. Oh, have you seen any ghosts? So that was, I felt was a great introduction to Alston.
So did you move here to Lowbyer 10 years ago then?
Yes.
Yeah. With Jim,
yes.
I assume.
Yes.
And what made you come to Alston?
Well, it was something I wanted to do. Always wanted to have a bed and breakfast, and Jim wasn't keen, and it took me 5 years to persuade him. And then I gave him an ultimatum.
Oh, it's Alston or nothing.
No, but it wasn't Alston. It was going to be the Lake District.
Yes.
And he said, okay, let's compromise. Let's have a holiday because I don't want to share my living space with other people.
Fair enough.
So that's fine. So I changed the search, really. And then he said the Lake District is too busy and too expensive. And we knew Norman English, who lived in Alston. Mm-hmm. And I was always put off because he was always talking about being snowed in. And I thought, it's going to be too cold. Let's look at the Eden Valley. It's going to be warmer. But so we came up to Alston a couple of times to see Norman and Harriet. And he really liked the place. And then Lowbyer came on the market and had the coach house as well. And I thought, yeah, we can do this. We can live there and, let it out. And I think, I don't know, naively, I'd always been in catering and had worked in hospitality as well as other things. But it was more of a passion. I mean, Jim's got the business sense, so, he did the figures, but a bit more passionate. And I thought, he's always wanted a bar. There's a bar for him. And, I want to... So we opened it up to non-residents because, as I say, the bar hadn't been used. So Jim stocked all the beer and everything and got Sky in. And I was dead against it. No, we can't have a big screen, don't want to be that sort of place. But he got his own
that
way.
Sort of place. You've got a lot of screens, haven't you?
What, for Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got one.
What's that sort of place? I'm intrigued.
I wanted it to be a country, a nice country type,
retreat.
rather than a sports bar.
Yeah.
But he was right. He was right.
But would you say you've got the mix right though?
Yeah, absolutely. In the quieter winter months, absolutely. We get business through the locals coming to watch football. Yeah.
And the coach house, you mentioned the coach house. So that's where you went to live to start with then?
Yes, so that's a holiday let.
So you say that Jim's like the guy with the business sense, but you've got lots of ideas all the time, haven't you?
Yes. You've got to, when you're in business, you have to diversify and you have to look outside the box and try something new. Yeah. You can never stand still. No. Especially in a place like this.
So do you think that you come up with ideas because there's a challenge in terms of like in business, or are you just constantly coming up with ideas to keep things moving?
Yeah, a bit of both, I think. Yeah, absolutely. You can never be complacent in business, can you? You've always got to be thinking. Things never stand still, and I enjoy it. I mean, we have had it for a while, and I would like to cease at some point, but I do enjoy it, and I enjoy people, and I enjoy putting on events, although it is a bit of a worry whether anyone's going to turn up on it.
Yes.
That's always a challenge.
So tell us about events then, the kind of events that you put on.
Well, when we first took over Lowbyer, we did quite a few events. We had live music, we had parties, we had dinners, brought a chef in. And last year, trying to look at the positives of where we live and what we can offer. We're not a Premier Inn type hotel. It is it's a manor house. And what do people want? Who is our target audience, and who are we aiming it at? And it's not people are passing through here. It's not a destination for them to come for a week because there's not enough to do.
No, not often.
No. So how do we get people to stay longer? Yeah. So then I started looking at, it was a guest actually I was chatting to, and she'd been on a writing retreat, and I thought, this would be brilliant. It's peaceful, it's no distractions, you've got beautiful scenery, you're close to the shops if somebody wants to go to the shops. You can sit in the garden, So we hosted a couple of writing retreats last year, which were great. I mean, they loved it. It was perfect. But unfortunately, the lady who ran it, she's gone to do research in Africa on her own book this year.
Rude.
So I've got another lady who's doing it. So we've got another one in,
Oh, right.
in July.
I thought you were going to tell me you're not doing
No,
that.
no.
Oh,
She's,
right.
yes,
So you've got
and
somebody
Harriet,
else.
yes, she's great. She's very, very well qualified. Worked for the BBC, journalist, published author and a lecturer.
So tell us a bit about what that entails then, and how people
It's
get involved.
It's fully inclusive. I provide all the food, and they arrive, have a chat, and then in the following day they'll have a workshop with Angharad. Have lunch. Food is very important, and then in the afternoon she'll do a one-to-one with them. And then they'll go off and write, have tea, come down for dinner, and then they can just chat and network about their own.
Right.
And we had ladies who are writing poetry, writing children's books, short stories, autobiographies, thrillers. And no, it was really lovely.
Brilliant. So what dates are those?
June the.
Putting you on the spot now.
I know, June the 30th, I think.
And you've still got places.
I've still got places. Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah. No, it's lovely. I really love that. I did try to do craft weekends, but that wasn't very popular. Advertising's the biggest problem.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
because you don't. Where do I advertise?
Yeah.
I can't place an advertisement in country life.
It's just about, I think, from my point of view, it's so hard to know whether the expense of an advert, and Moz will agree with this, is going to bring back the return in bookings.
We did advertise because we thought we'd do golf weekends. A wonderful golf club. Let's do golf weekends.
And that's why everything is on social media.
Yeah,
and
but
so
even
much
that's
is
changing.
dependent.
Everything's changing.
Yeah.
I mean, my first job was in advertising. You know,
Yeah.
I believe in advertising, and I did believe in advertising. But it's just, how do you get the word out there now?
Because it's such a swamped place.
Yeah.
Social media is so swamped by disingenuous stuff as well.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
absolutely. I know.
And I
Everything,
think,
Facebook, Instagram.
I think part of the reason I wanted to do this, I don't think for any stretch of the imagination you're going to get thousands of hits from this.
Yeah.
And it's not about that.
No, it's no.
It is like literally about putting something, not a positive spin, because it's not a spin, but putting something positive out there that is not just a Facebook advert or post. It is something new.
Human interest, isn't it?
And it's about the person, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
you know, I mean, hospitality, it is about people.
Yeah.
You know, it always is about hospitality and
like Amanda said last week, and the previous guests, they're what makes people go in.
Yeah,
and I think, and you and Jim are why people come. Like people who go now in, like you say, in the winter months to go and drink at Lowbyer Inn. Are going for the crack, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not just going to watch football. They're going for the crack.
Yeah. It's like a little club.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it
definitely.
is. But it's not cliquey.
Oh, everyone's welcome.
Don't put on. And same for the retreats. You know, people are going to want to go for that social aspect. They want to go for something that's unique.
It's an experience.
And the place is unique, but it's also about you.
Well,
and your
absolutely.
Food and your
People don't
hospitality.
remember what colour the carpet is.
No,
they don't remember the colour of the walls.
Thank you.
Just if you don't have any toilet roll, perhaps more light bulbs, they'll remember that.
Yeah.
But it's the personality and it's the hospitality that you give, because again, there's so many restaurants, hotels that are clinical now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Self check-ins, you know, where's the one-to-one contact with people, and you're losing that.
Absolutely. It's funny as you should say that. Somebody once was quite upset that I wanted to meet them before welcoming them here. And I'm a control freak, as you know, and I like to welcome people so that I can know that they're parking correctly in the right place.
Yeah,
and not going to piss anybody else off.
Jim's main role is parking attendant.
Yes, I'm like the parking police. And just because if they meet you, they're not going to well, they're just going to have a lovely experience because you can give them all the information that they need. They're not
you're
going to have
approachable again.
Yeah, and
if
they
there's
know
any
that they can come
queries
and say hello.
or anything, they can ask you. They feel you can ask.
Yeah, it's absolutely a thing. And they wouldn't dare give you negative feedback once they met you because they're going to like you, aren't they?
And people do.
Yeah, Cut. Brilliant. So you're both like a hotel, manor house hotel, and a bar.
I struggle with hotel because the definition between a hotel and a guest house.
Oh right, okay.
I think it might have changed, but a hotel has 24-hour concierge.
Oh, I didn't know
Whereas
that.
a guest house. So I always like to say it's a manor house.
Yeah, because you don't want to be woken up at 2 a.m. from.
Well, we're not.
Yeah.
but we don't have night staff.
Which brings us nicely on to a little segue. This is the exclusive reveal.
Okay.
Right, exclusive business reveal. You have now signed up to a 24-hour business, have you not?
Yeah. Well, as I say, in business you can never stand still, and you've always got to diversify and look to the future. And this is a good little parallel to the business we have. And
tell us about this.
Alston Moor Taxis.
Woohoo! Exclusive reveal.
Pre-booked taxis. Again, that's we don't pick up from the street. It's pre-booked, pre-ordered, private hire taxi service, 8-seater.
Okay.
And we felt, because again we have guests who want to be taken here, collected, they've done the Pennine Way, they're exhausted, they can't get to Alston, they often want taxis, and they're surprised there's so little on offer. And also bag transfers.
Brilliant.
So it's a big 8-seater.
So it's about increasing your offering as a guest house, isn't it?
Yeah.
As well as to people who are not staying with you.
Yeah. The community as well, because transport, living where we do, transport is very limited, obviously.
Yeah.
People going to the airport, if people want a night out in Newcastle, picking them up at the station
And it becomes affordable when it's an 8-seater as well.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, because 2 of you, it's not that affordable.
That's right. The cost of petrol, and again, we're so rural.
Absolutely.
People bark at the price going to Penrith, but you've got to get there and come back. But as you say, if it's an 8-seater, you can share the cost.
Brilliant. And when does that go live, Janice?
Any day now.
Obviously, at time of recording, we're still a little bit
just
unsure.
waiting for the license to be delivered. Everything's, touch wood, going ahead.
So we might put a little edit in here at this point and say we are now live, or like Alston Moor Taxis.
You'll see it on social media.
Is it Alston Moor Taxis or
Alston Moor Taxis?
Alston Moor
the company
Taxis.
name. That's the registered company
Is
name.
hopefully now live.
Yeah.
When I release
hopefully
this.
the 1st of April.
When we get this edited, hopefully we're going to get it out for the 1st of April in a week, and you will be live. And how do people book a taxi?
Telephone numbers are available on social media.
And I'll put it in the comments below.
Yeah, lots of cards and flyers going around the place. So,
right, okay.
Yeah, it will be well known.
Are you just going to, have you started with those yet? You haven't, because you're not live yet.
No.
So you're literally waiting for
we need just the printing of the license plate.
Right, okay. So hopefully we'll coordinate all that.
Yeah.
So that
but it's exciting.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, because also, although we've got Lowbyer Manor House, we let it out as a self-catering. The whole house, holiday let. It's not just a bed and breakfast. So we've got free time. So if we're letting it out, the whole house out, we've got some free time, so we need to fill it.
That's just crazy. Like, you've got free time. This is somebody who's like whizzing up and down that road, not too fast.
Watch the squirrels.
Mind them squirrels. Whizzing up there and down that road 3 or 4 times a day.
Squirrel.
I know. Me on squirrel patrol. You felt like you didn't have enough to do, so you'd like to add another string to the bow, the Lowbyer bow.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's something for the future, and we want to work with the community as well as working with people, visitors. You know, I know there's lots of people who don't have cars, and we'd like to perhaps work with the communities to transport people here and there.
Offering a service. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm a great believer in giving to the community, because we have we have gained so much support because of our involvement in this community, and I think it's just really important.
The questions I've been asking all of my guests has been, what is the main challenge do you find in business on Alston Moor?
On Alston Moor, I was going to say there's always a challenge in business wherever you are, and there's challenges in a rural area, but there again we chose to move to a rural area, so but I suppose the challenges would be fresh produce. That's my biggest, fresh fish and meat. But again, if you live in a rural area, unless you live in a city, you're not going to have access to that anyway.
It's the trade-off of living in a beautiful place.
And staffing. I mean, we've got great staff, but if we wanted to expand, where we looked at doing certain things, we couldn't get the staff.
Yeah.
And transport for the staff.
And that's quite a common theme as well, isn't it?
Which is a problem for people on the moor. If they don't have transport, then they...
But you can provide that now.
I can provide that now.
So if anybody says, oh no, sorry, I can't take a job with you because I haven't got transport.
We bus staff.
Somebody says, oh, my car's broken down, I can't come in today. It's okay, we'll come and get you in the taxi. Shit.
But again, looking at the Lake District, they've got problems with staffing as well, so it doesn't matter where you live.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think they're just challenges of business.
Absolutely. And the best thing about being in business on Alston Moor?
The community.
Yeah.
Yeah, the support we've had.
Again, I think that it's a lot of why I want to do this podcast, because you're in a similar business to Amanda Carroll, but you're not in competition.
No.
People need to understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
we work together. People work together. Yeah.
You've all got the same goals. Yeah. We're all working towards the same goals.
Bringing money on the moor.
Yeah, bringing people and money and livelihoods onto the moor, and everybody's working together. Yeah. And you can tell those businesses that aren't necessarily going to thrive if they automatically consider you to be a competitor. It's no, actually we're collaborators.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'd like to do more of the self-catering, and I think that benefits the community more because people stay on the moor. They're not passing through. Like I said, they don't come here as a destination. They may have 1 or 2 nights, but they're passing through, so they don't have time to shop. So, with the retreats, they spend money in the town, and people who come for, more than 2 nights do as well.
Oh, one thing we haven't discussed is, another string to your bow is you want to do something exciting in Garrigill as well, don't you?
Yes.
Tell us about that,
Janice. We have put it on a few events in the past outside of Lowbyer Manor, because we felt we didn't have enough space in Lowbyer Manor to accommodate all these people. And we love food, and a lot of our friends love food, and sometimes again it's restricting on the moor to get a variety of different foods. So yes, we're putting on a Mexican night. We've persuaded a restaurant in Hexham, Little Mexico, Little Italy.
That's another night.
Absolutely. So Mexican night, Little Mexico. And it's a wonderful place. They make their own tacos. He's got his nachos, sorry. He makes his own tacos as well, but he's got his nacho machine. And churros and cocktails. And he's bringing a band, a mariachi and a salsa band, a live band. And because, the numbers would be too great to fit in Lowbyer Manor, so we needed somewhere
because you love a party.
We'll have a party, absolutely. So Village Hall in Garrigill.
Excellent.
And do we have
taxi
service as well?
Oh yeah, winning.
And somewhere to stay if you want to invite.
Well, there's loads of places to stay on the moor, as you know.
That link there.
Yes.
Hopefully May. But it's yet to be confirmed. Today I'll know more, and again that'll be on social media.
Again, it might be dependent on when this goes live, but hopefully we'll have a date.
It will happen. It will happen. It's just the date.
Below.
Yeah, it will happen.
Yes.
Okay, so that's exciting. So you like always making connections, not just on the moor, but wanting to bring that little bit more culture as well, and something new.
Yeah, I don't sound patronising when you say bring culture to the moor. I mean, you know.
Trying to say it's
You have culture.
multicultural.
Oh, I see, in Mexico.
It's not that multicultural.
Culture you were talking about.
No.
No, it's not multicultural. No. I was thinking of art when you were talking about culture.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah,
well, there's no
something
Mexican
different, really.
restaurant on the moor
No,
at the moment,
no.
so sometimes you have to bring that to the moor.
Yeah,
I think is what I
mean,
meant.
we had tried before. There was a Thai restaurant in Hexham, but that didn't work. But yeah, trying to get guest chefs. I did have a guest chef a few years ago, but he's diversified now. He's got a burger van. We did do the pizza van. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just trying to bring.
It wasn't meant as a like, because again it was discussed with Amanda Carroll. It's not a cultural desert. Alston Moor is not a cultural desert. There's lots going on in terms of, like you say, art and retreats and theatre, and all sorts of different things.
Music.
But there's always room for more experience and new experience. And if you can be the facilitator for that, then that's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. And I think people like something different.
And again, it's bringing the community together. You know, I just feel it's nice to have an event to bring people together.
Absolutely. And you can't get married again, because that was a good wedding. No. You know, there was an open invite to the people of Garrigill when Janice and Jim got married. But it was a good party, very good party. You do know how to throw a good party. Yeah. Yes. So you this is a bit of a backward step, because you talked about coming here 10 years ago and wanting a guest house and looking at the Lake District, but you do have links with the northeast, don't you? So you've not come from down south.
No, I was born in the northeast.
Yeah.
So that helped me get up the ladder.
You're still not local. You're still not local.
No. But I'll never be local.
Where did you meet Jim? I'm being naughty now. I can cut it if you don't want me to.
Oh, no, I don't mind. I moved to London when I was 17 to be a secretary. Right. In those days,
it was called secretary in those days.
Yes, I was secretary. Yeah. And met my first husband, had my family, and lived there for 30 years. I'd separated from my husband. Kids had moved to university and gone, and I was in hospitality, which I loved, but I think I was only in my 40s, but I felt too old. The people I'd mixed with were much younger than me and partying hard, and I loved it, but it has a timeline, and you think, I want to settle down, I want something a little bit different, and I wanted a bed and breakfast or a cafe or a deli or something like that, because I'm not academic. I had tried, but I'm not, and I don't know, I came to a crossroads and just didn't know what to do, didn't know where to go, and I had too many options, which was great.
Yeah, I know.
You know, at that age.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back up north, and I'm just going to, take 6 months off, and I'm just going to see what I want to do. Because I lived in a lovely flat, but do I move to a house? I want a garden. Do I stay in London? Do I move out of? It was all of these choices. So I came up north to stay with my mother for 6 months and got a temporary job in an estate agent. And Jim had a document management company then and supplied photocopiers. He used to pop in on a regular basis. He's a friend of the owner as well, and he'd bring me crab sandwiches from the Fish Quay. And
not a euphemism.
Croissants.
Sorry.
And croissants. And just pop in for a chat, and it was the friendship grew, and then we finally got together, and I said, well, this is great, but I'm going back down south in September. And he said, well, that's fine, let's just enjoy the summer. And the relationship continued, like with a break clause in it every 6 months. And I was, I think I'll sell my flat now. Okay, I think I'll stay. But I didn't want to stay in Wickley Bay. It was too cold.
So she keeps you all
It's different. It's on the northeast coast, and Jim had a beautiful house overlooking the coast, the sea, but it's big, expansive
Yeah.
greyness
Yeah.
and windy, so windy.
Because it's never windy here.
It's a different wind. It's different. You've got the green and you've got the softness of the fells.
So you prefer to be inland than out by the coast then?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a lovely story. I didn't know that story.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I persuaded him to move.
He's all romantic with his club sandwiches.
Oh, he's very romantic. Oh, and very
I can
romantic.
tell that. Yeah, because you posted the other day that he bought you flowers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's just-
And he loves food. And really, that was our first date. Because I might have to tell you this because it was so
Yeah,
lovely.
do.
So,
If you're
our
happy for this to
first
be on.
date, he said to me, we can either go for a drive, go out for something to eat, or it's a lovely night and I can make a barbecue. And I'm thinking, that goes on a drive? Why would you go for a drive? My grandparents used to go for a drive. Why does anyone? You go from A to B. Why would you want to go for a drive? On a Sunday, why do you want to go for a drive? So that was out. A restaurants are really good. I don't like any of the food. Because it was coming from London and nothing compared. Okay, all right, okay. Well, he was so good. He had champagne. He did a wonderful starter.
So
He had
this
a
was at his house?
choice of 5 main courses.
Oh my God.
Fillet steak, sirloin steak, I remember it so well. Sea bass and tuna steak. And what would I like? And all the wines
Did
to
you
go
have
with
them
it.
all?
Well, no, that was the thing, because I was thinking, okay, well, I'll have the sea bass because that goes off quite quickly. And then I went back for the rest. The next night was tuna. The following night was the fillet steak. The next was
Brilliant.
So he knew how to hook a girl.
You had them in order of degradation.
Absolutely. The fillet steak can mature.
And you never went back.
I went back.
Oh.
The way to a woman's heart is to her stomach.
Are you listening? Oh, I don't know why I'm saying that to Moz, because he feeds me all the time. He basically keeps me alive.
I know.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's a lovely story.
he's a
Might
keeper.
have to keep that in.
He's a
Well, yeah,
keeper.
exactly. What advice would you give to somebody starting out in business? I asked your advice when I was starting out in business.
Did
I
you?
still haven't. Yeah, I did, but I still haven't got anywhere. Anyway,
No.
cut. What advice would you give to someone starting out in business on Alston Moor?
Know your market. Yeah, don't presume everybody is the same. And know your market, definitely. Talk to people. Ask them what they want. If your market is Alston Moor.
Yeah.
Be consistent, although that's really difficult because you do tend to try things, and if it doesn't work, you've got to move on.
But I think consistency doesn't necessarily mean repetition, does it? Consistency means being reliable as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
And being able to be consistently available.
And information.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, not everybody's on social media, so how to get the information out?
That's the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's definitely the challenge in this day and age, because the social media is swamped and people don't use those traditional
it's too
methods
much.
anymore.
Yeah, there's too much information on there, so you swipe through.
So you've talked about taxis, hopefully going live April 1st. Mexican night, watch this space, for a date in May at the Village Hall, Garrigill Village Hall, and of course Lowbyer Manor
Country House. And Coach House.
And Coach
and
House.
Lowbyer Inn.
For accommodation, all your accommodation.
And the riding retreat.
And the riding retreat in June. I'm not going to have space. Oh, this is it. When you were like, oh yeah, we've got another venture. I think I guess you need another business. Oh my. Multi-business, multiple business owners.
That's why I'm prominent.
Janice and Jim McCarry, very prominent, yes, very prominent on the business side of things in Alston Moor. And very, very good contributors to the community and community events. And very, very good hosts of a good party and suppliers of gin.
We like a party.
Last question. Would you consider yourself a successful businesswoman? And what does that look like for you?
We don't make lots of money. Can't remember when I was paid. But that we only want a business. But I would say, yes, I'm successful because I'm in the place I want to be with the person I want to be with and the people I want to be with, and we have a good living.
Yeah.
So to me, that's success. And we're healthy.
Happy, healthy.
Yeah.
Where you want to be.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sums it up. Lovely. Well, thank you very much, Janice. Do you think there's anything else you need to mention before we sign off?
No, I don't think so.
Have we
Thank you
covered?
very much.
Thank you very much. Always a joy. Always a giggle. Thank you.
So, if you've got this far, we've clearly done something right. Thanks for listening. I'll be posting any relevant links discussed in the comments below. Feel free to comment, but be nice. Don't need to see any horrible comments. And if you'd like to take part in future episodes, just get in touch. There's always room for more chat.